We start here in Germany, where the Conservatives and Social Democrats have just inked a coalition deal, paving the way for a new government. Now, incoming Chancellor Friedrich Merz leads the alliance with his Conservative bloc. The centre-left Social Democrats, led by Lars Klingbeil, are the junior partners. Merz is set to be elected as Chancellor in a parliamentary vote on Tuesday with his coalition majority. And we can get more details from our chief political editor, Michaela Küfner. So, Michaela, the SPD, as we've just been saying, is the junior coalition partner in this new government. But will the party be getting its hands on any of the more influential cabinet posts?
Absolutely. The Social Democrats may be junior. They may have only received just over 16% of the vote in these past elections, with the Conservative CDU-CSU Friedrich Merz in the lead at just over 28.5%. But they have the Vice-Chancellor, they have several ministerial posts, and they have the Finance Minister. And that will be the leader, Lars Klingbeil, which means that without him, none of the projects that Friedrich Merz's Conservatives are planning will be able to go ahead. Boris Pistorius, the current Defense Minister, will remain in place. Also very influential. He is the most popular politician still in Germany. And Bärbel Bas, the former president of the German Parliament, will have the Social Affairs and Labour Ministry. That's the biggest budget post. So safely, one can say that looking at percentage points in the vote, they got a share of power above their percentage share in the result of these elections. Such is the nature of coalition building here in Germany. Now they all have to deliver together.
And the elections, of course, happened at the end of February. We're now in May. What else is going to be happening in Berlin in the coming days to finally get this new government up and running?
Look, this is the thing. The timeline is even longer. It's been 6 months since the past government collapsed. Germany was essentially seen as a lame duck, and Olaf Scholz was trying to put a brave face on that. And now Germany is back. That was also the message by Friedrich Merz when this coalition deal was agreed. Today, here in the room when the deal was signed, right behind me on the stage, he pledged that those 500 billion in infrastructure investment will now fast be flowing. And he also has promised in the past, and here again, that Germany is also back in terms of European leadership. That he will have to prove. We expect him to speak very closely with French President Emmanuel Macron, but also with neighboring Poland. And the pledge is also in the coalition agreement to stand by Ukraine's side. He sees this whole conflict, the attack by Russia, also as a European task to defend the values and the freedom that Europeans enjoy here, against the backdrop, of course, of a United States whose support for Ukraine is waning.
So big pledges, big promises from Friedrich Merz. You mentioned it earlier, Michaela. His Conservative bloc won nearly 30% of the vote in February. But since then, the bloc has seen quite a slide in opinion polls, hasn't it? We're going to take a listen to what the public is saying, and I'll come right back to you.
I would hope that the new government works together better than the former coalition did back then. Maybe more like how the minority government cooperated. Honestly, I just find Friedrich Merz extremely unlikable. I just think somehow, I don't know, as Chancellor, he's not really someone I would like to see in my government. And honestly, I also don't think he's a good representative for Germany.
I hope that after the period of stagnation with Merkel and Scholz, we finally get someone who actually gets things moving in this country. And if it's the team that Merz has now, then I'm satisfied.
So, Michaela, given what we just heard there, what are the main challenges for this new government going to be?
Well, clearly from those sound bites, you can also tell that elections here in Germany are not a personal popularity contest. And Friedrich Merz would not have won that. That much is for sure, particularly when you ask women and young voters. Between 25 and 35% actually see him as someone who will be a good leader in the years to come. So he himself recognized that he has taken out a political loan, which he now has to pay back. And he will have to do that in terms of turning the German economy economy around, which is hovering around recession. The recession has been for a while, and the prognosis isn't looking that great, with 0.3 percentage points of even only potential of a recovery. And at the same time, there's a conflict between Ukraine and Russia, which is also a European one, and a new huge domestic debate just popped up again around the far-right alternative for Germany, after Germany's domestic intelligence services now drew a conclusion saying it has enough evidence to label the far-right AfD in its entirety as an extremist right-wing party. It's contesting this in court. It has already launched these legal proceedings, and here he will soon also have to take a stance. This is spurring a lot of internal debate here in Germany, with the AfD accusing the parties of the centre, particularly those forming a coalition now, of trying to simply get the AfD out of the political contest.
DW's chief political editor, Michaela Küfner. Michaela, thank you so much.